Have you ever wondered what wealth actually feels like? Not what it looks like on Instagram, not what movies show you, not what motivational speakers promise, but what it truly feels like, emotionally, mentally, physically, at every level of life. Tonight, we're not talking about money, we're talking about experience. Let's start at the very bottom. Being homeless isn't just about not having a house. It's about not having stability. Every single day begins with uncertainty. Where will I sleep tonight? Will I be safe? Will I eat? Will someone harass me? Your brain is not thinking about dreams. It's thinking about survival. When we live at this level, time shrinks. There is no 5-year plan. There is no next month. There is only today. Stress isn't occasional, it's constant. Your nervous system stays in fight or flight mode. Your body burns energy just from anxiety. You don't feel poor, you feel invisible. You watch society move past you. You see people walking into buildings you're not allowed in, cars passing you, conversations that don't include you. And the hardest part? You start believing you don't belong anywhere. That's what extreme poverty feels like. It's not just lack of money. It's lack of control. Now let's move one step up. You have a job, you have a place to live, but everything is fragile. One medical bill could destroy you. One car repair could collapse your budget. One missed paycheck could start a crisis. You're not surviving on the streets, but you're surviving emotionally. Your mind is constantly calculating. Can I afford this? What if something happens? How do I stretch this money? You work hard, sometimes 2 jobs, but you never feel ahead. At this level, the biggest emotion isn't hunger, it's pressure. Pressure to keep up, pressure to appear stable, pressure to hide your fear. You smile in public, but inside, you're tired. You feel stuck. You see people enjoying life, traveling, relaxing, and you think, when will it be my turn? The poor don't feel hopeless. They feel trapped. Now we reach the middle class. This is where many people believe happiness begins. You have steady income, a decent home, maybe a car, maybe savings. You can plan vacations. You can think about the future. But here's the truth. The stress doesn't disappear. It just changes form. Instead of survival anxiety, it becomes performance anxiety. Am I earning enough? Am I saving enough? Am I investing correctly? Am I falling behind others my age? Comparison becomes louder at this level. You're not worried about food. You're worried about status. Your life is stable, but expensive. Mortgage, insurance, education, subscriptions, lifestyle maintenance. You feel secure, but not free. You still trade time for money. If you stop working, the machine stops. And deep down, there's a quiet fear. What if I lose this? Middle-class life feels comfortable, but fragile in a different way. Now we move to wealth. Real wealth, not just high income, but assets, investments, money that works even when you sleep. At this level, something powerful happens. Time expands. You don't wake up asking, how will I survive? You wake up asking, what do I want to build? The biggest emotional shift here is not luxury, it's space. Space to think, space to choose, space to say no. Money stops being about bills. It becomes about leverage. You're not forced into decisions by urgency. You decide based on vision. But here's something people rarely say. Being rich does not automatically make you happy. It removes certain fears. It reduces financial stress. But it introduces new challenges. Trust issue wealth, fear of losing status, isolation from normal life. Rich people don't fear bills. They fear decline. They fear falling. But the daily emotional temperature is calmer, less chaos, more control.
So what's the real difference between these four levels? It's not luxury, it's not brand names, it's not cars, it's control. The homeless person has almost zero control over tomorrow. The poor person has limited control. The middle class has structured control. The rich have expanded control. Money doesn't change who you are. It changes how much freedom you have to act. And that freedom changes how your nervous system. It changes how your body sleeps at night. It changes how you think about the future.
Let's summarize the feeling in one word each. Homeless, survival. Poor, pressure. Middle class, stability. Rich, expansion. Each level solves the problems of the one below it, but creates new ones. That's the truth.
Here's the real question. At what point does enough happen? For someone homeless, enough is safety. For someone poor, enough is breathing room. For the middle class, enough is freedom. For the rich, enough is impact. The target keeps moving, because wealth is relative, and comparison never stops unless you choose to stop it. Final thought. We often chase money thinking it will change how we feel. And it does, but only up to a certain point. After survival is secured, after stability is built, the next level of peace doesn't come from more money. It comes from clarity. Clarity about what you actually want. Clarity about how much is enough. Clarity about who you are without numbers. Because at every level, homeless, poor, middle class, rich, the human heart still wants the same things: safety, respect, purpose, connection. Money changes the environment, but meaning changes the experience. And that is the real wealth.